Log into the other account in your email. Really? I tried that. It didn't want to work. It's still 2.0 on my phone. Yep. Yep. So anyhow. Yep. You didn't get up until 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. Jesus. He dyslexic. Yep. I got out of bed at, well, I was awake and up the first time at 4:45. So, just saying. And then I finally got out of bed at, laid there and watched TV, and I finally got up and got dressed at 7:30. So, yep. But it's a beautiful day today. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, did you lose 2 pounds, Miss Joe? Medication changes are kicking your butt. Yeah, I bet they are. I'll bet they are. Yeah. Oh, got to sneeze. Oh, got to sneeze. 40 degrees with 4 foot of snow, says Robert Bodell. Wow. Man, you can keep all that filthy, foul stuff, that 4-lettered word there. You can keep all that stuff up wherever you are. Lordy, lordy. So old 10th man's coming after you. I'd like to see that. Yeah, he's not going to like what he finds. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yep. Oh, my. Well, I'm 2 minutes off on my clock again. There it goes. Yep, you got tired of your 2. I don't think I'm ever going to get back to my original account. Wow. 10th man's when he gets to drinking. Oh, a heat wave there. Really, Robert Bodell? You got a heat wave at 40 degrees? Well, I imagine you would, yeah, where I think you are. And I'm not going to dox where you are either. Yeah. Hey, freedom isn't free. 10th is an idiot, especially when he starts bending his elbow and pointing his thumb. God almighty. That's why I don't drink. I mean, not only do you lose all of your human inhibitions, you lose any common sense you have. Yeah, I don't do that. So Yep. You haven't had any there lately? By God, I had some there, man. I had snow. I even put up a video on it. I even put up a flipping video on it. Hey, Wiley. Yeah, that's Wiley. Yep. That's him up there at the top on the right. That's Wiley. Yep. You don't have anything against him. He's a lost soul. Yeah, he's more than a lost soul. Yeah, no kidding. Freedom isn't free. Hey, a one stop. I didn't see you up there. I apologize. I was answering a text. Good evening and welcome to the stream, one stop. Yep. I've got to do another text really quick. Yep. 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 Boy, that's lovely. The person that just sent me that email, that's just flipping yuck. Lovely. God, I can't spell today. And you are more than welcome, one stop. I just didn't see you up there because I was texting. And then the chat started to fill. So, that's the way it goes. Your wrench is gone on 2.0. Did I know that? No, I did not know that. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm not on 2.0 though. Gosh. I can't I've been busy watching Karen videos all day. Jesus God Almighty. I swear to God, it's got to be because of the jab. That's why we've got all these Karens. We got Karens and we got Karens and we got Karens. Even if they're Darrens, they're still Karens. Any way you want to look at it. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've got a nice video to play this evening. I really do. And I'm going to have to take my eyes away from the screen for just for a second. Well, not a second, but I have a love letter from Gaibito to Salty Rant. Just saying. And that's what I want to play tonight. So, yeah. There you go. I like that. Look at this. Look at this. Little people, hit the thumbs up or I'll rip one off. I like that. That's original. Yeah. Yeah, they're all drive. They drive like the snowbirds out here drive. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy. Can't wait till they leave. Some of them have already left, but not enough. They all need to leave. Things will be much better then. Just saying. Snowbirds or something else. Okay, I gotta go here. And I gotta go here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You guys are going to love this. You guys are going to absolutely love this. This is Wymito's love note to Salty. Yeah. I'm going to have to cut my nails. My nails are too long. That's why I'm making all the stupid typos that I'm doing in messages. I'm not making them. I'm not making them on. And speak of the poo-poo butt. He does his normal. He has to wait till I go live so that he can go live, so I can't copy the stream, unfortunately. Yep. So, anyhow, back to this. There we go. There we go. I got to get rid of some of these tabs. Here you guys go. I openly admit to everyone I was a special deputy on CERT, just like Di was, and later became an officer in the police department for a couple of years. I did it and I have my receipts to prove it all. But you know what? They need to prove you weren't. That's what they need to do. Good deal. Thank you so much, Miss Joe. Yep. And yes, he got it. He got it. He got it. If you didn't see that, he got it. But that's okay. We all know somebody that's a coward. They can't grow a spine. They can't grow scrotum or vertebra if they weren't born with it. So, yupper, 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 and yupper. Let's see, you need to go back over here. Maybe what I need to do is to set up separate emails for both channels on my phone. I don't have a problem here, but I have a deuce of a time on my phone because anything I put in my phone, even if it says 1.0, comes out on my stream as 2.0. So I could try to do that and see if that fixes it. I don't know. It doesn't do it on 2.0. When I go to 2.0, I'm on 2.0 on the phone and on the StreamYard. But when I switch from 2.0 on the computer, you know, no, I don't. For the sock account, hey, asshole, let me tell you what, asshole. I don't use drugs of any kind, not even prescriptions. So I'm just saying, dummy. Yep. There we go. Yeah. No, I've got both of them up just to piss them off. I've got both of them up just to piss them off. Yep. I knew you'd like that. Yep. And we got rid of that idiot. The sock account that sucks making sock accounts. You ought to be able to do a better job than that, dumbass. That's all I can say. I don't allow sock accounts. I don't allow morons, and I don't allow more-offs either. This guy is not only a dumbass, but he's a more-off. Yeah. Yep, that's why. That's why. One stop. I have birds galore, man. You should hear the birds here. You guys should hear the birds here. Yep. Yep. How about that? How about that? How about that, Patriot? Yep, 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 yep. Oh, come on, door. I got to find somebody that works on doors. I got to have this. I got to have the glass sliding door. I got to have it taken down. If I could stand, I could do it, but I can't stand. That's great. That's great. Hey, Abe.
Hey, the Abe Command Center is fully operational at this time. I've got like 3 different live streams going. I got YLE going. I got you going. Hang on, I gotta mute that now. Or hang on. Okay, there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Of course,
I have the YouTube side open on this laptop too. So
sure,
the
I
Abe
can hear you,
Command.
Vincent. Of course, I can hear you, Vincent.
Yes, this is Vincent at Instant Command. I am. I just heard Salty talking on his live stream about how we're out to get him and stuff, and I don't really know what he's talking about. I really don't care enough about him to want to go get him. I already know who he is, and I already know
Yeah,
about him enough to know I know enough.
yeah.
I will do that, PD. I sent you an email with my receipts, in case you didn't have them before, and I found another receipt that I am going to text it to you. What it is my police department wallet badge, and I'm going
Yeah.
to give that to you, and you can have it. You want everything? I'll give it to everything. I'll give you everything again if you want it.
Nah, I don't. I don't need it. I don't need it, Vincent.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well,
I
you know
knew
what?
you
I'm
back
gonna send
then.
it to you.
If
I'm
you
gonna send it
forget,
to you anyway.
if you forget, I knew you. According to Salty, I groomed you. Remember when you were a
That
little
is
boy
correct. That
at
is
18?
correct.
At 18.
And I no, and I know that's just shite talk. And I want to say for the record here right now to kind of, it's not going to put it to rest, but it's going to put it out there. I'm not the one who made a big deal about what I did for a living prior to this. What it was is somebody came on one of the chats. It probably was yours, and then it wasn't anyone in our chat group. It was a troll, probably Lou, and he was basically trying to take me on, and whoever it was, and they were going like, "How would you know about police tactics? You never did it. You never had nothing to do with it." So I'm like, actually, yeah, I did. Actually, yeah, I did. So you're wrong on that one. So what happened after that is Lou and Paul Fullerton picked up on it and they ran with it like a wildfire. And
Yeah.
they spread it all over frickin' YouTube. And now it's this big deal. And they're trying to get me to put my stuff out there so they can see it. And I'm afraid to say that's not going to happen. But I did put my badge out on that department on a community page, except I really secured it, blurred it, and they can't see what it says. They can see the shape of it, they can see the color of it, but they can't see what it says.
You need to
So
do
I'm
that to
sorry
mine.
for that.
Hey, you need to do that to mine. Completely blur it out. And
Honestly, I don't think you should even do that. Let them just sit there and ponder the thought for a very long time to come. But I mean, I will do it for you. It's no problem. It's just I wouldn't even put the shape of yours. They want to see yours so bad. They want to see it more than my PE badge. And I'm like, for them to want that so bad, let them just keep wanting it. But I will do it for you, and you can do with it what you will, Lady Di.
yep, yep. I
It's
just
not that
I
hard to
just
do. It's not that hard to do, and I'll do it. I'll do it tonight.
I just had a attempted porn bomb, come in under one stop fag shop.
Yep, that's what they're doing. That's what they do.
And it's from Jessica Yoder. How
Well,
about that?
it could not be. There's so much spoofing of cloning of accounts going on right now It's God only knows. So I don't know who I is that the one who I don't know who Jessica Yoder is, but I've heard the name. And I see Navin in there. We don't need no stinking bodges. Bodges? We ain't got no bodges. Well,
Hey,
maybe
Navin.
Navin, that's a good idea. Maybe we should go get some bodges.
Yeah, that's Navin.
Navin, Navin, I'm sorry I mispronounced your username, but no pun intended. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's the story about me. Lou is the guy making Lou and Paul, particularly Lou, because Lou is the voice of Paul. Paul is kind of his underdog, and then he, goes out and like lurks the internet or lurks the YouTube. Um, what a fun career that must be, right? I do a little bit of it too, I admit. But I mean, they're the ones who made the big deal about your cert stuff, hazmat and firefighting stuff, mine too. And then they found out they didn't find it out. I actually put it out there that I was a cop for a couple years, and they just, they won't stop talking about that either.
Yeah.
I don't make a big deal about it. I don't talk about it. You guys probably don't really even want to hear my resume, but that's just what they're doing. And hey, One Stop Fab Shop, Len, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
I've been talking with PD, talking with a lot of people. It's all good.
Yeah. I knew damn good and well that wasn't you, One Stop. I saw One Stop and I thought, that's not him. And then I read
Right.
a little further and it says Fag, F-A-G, Fag Shop. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's a lovely, it looks like Knuckenfut shoving things in her crotch, is what it looks like. So, hey,
Well,
maybe it is Jessica Yoder and she got a nice vid of Knuckenfuts shoving stuff in her crotch. Naked, of course.
well, I don't know. All I know is they do it to me. They tried to do it to me in the lag from when I went live. So it was
Yeah.
like I wasn't even live and it was attempted with me. But like I say, there's so much account cloning going on right now that it's unknown. I mean, that could be anyone. Even though it comes back to certain accounts, it may or may not be them. And probably good chance it isn't.
I don't know. It looks like Knuckenfuts.
But yeah, see what happened. There was someone on the shit show that I didn't even know who they were until someone finally told me about it. Some lady, some woman, and she goes, "Oh, you're that POS that tried to do it to me, the P bomb thing." And I'm going like, I don't even know who you are, and I don't do that kind of stuff. Well, somebody cloned my account and tried to do it to her, apparently. Then I'm guessing the same people that cloned my account, when what Navin was talking about before, used a clone account of me, and then they doxed somebody in Missouri or something over some like knife pull someone did or something somewhere, like an 1A auditor or something. It happened.
Yeah.
It is happening. It's going on. It's going around. You've been cloned. I've seen you, not recently, but I've seen you in other people's chats, and it's not even you, and you're not even awake sometimes at night when you pop up.
No, I go to
So
bed early. You know that.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, this cloning stuff is getting a little out of hand right now, and it's bad. So half the time you don't even know if you're talking to the real person out there. I mean, you can look at the what do you call it, the YouTube handle on there, and and see if it matches, if it doesn't. But it's sometimes it's hard to tell, and sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
So it's bad. Um, so anyway, it's just bad. It shouldn't be going on. It is going on. And I don't know, what else to say. Even Salty Rant and Paul Martin have been cloned. There's a time when I thought I was talking to the real one of them, and it turned out not to be them. And so, sometimes when you come back to them and you ask them certain questions they can't answer or don't know, then you're like, okay, I don't think this kind of person's playing coy with me. I think I'm talking to a dupe. I'm not talking to the real person. It's someone fake. So
I want to know how come I can't see Naven on the YouTube side.
do you have his email? Or no, wait.
No.
He's not on the
Nope.
YouTube side?
Nope, he's in the StreamYard side, but he's not in the YouTube side.
Is he on your YouTube block list?
He's not that I know of.
You might go back and check it. And I confirm that he is not showing up on the YouTube side. And like there's that Not Now 90. I don't even think that's the real Not Now 90 in there. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
If it is, it is. But I don't think it is. I mean, I'm suspicious about it. Like I say, I'm not going to let it bother me or get to me. I just want you guys to be aware that this is going on YouTube. But yeah, I'm seeing Naven on your StreamYard and not your YouTube. So I would suspect he might be on your block list on the YouTube side, maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was the real Naven Johnson anyway. So
okay, that's cool. It might have been a fake.
Yep.
Does he got your email, the real one or something? If he wants to try to get a hold of you,
Naven, the real one, yeah, he's got my email. I don't have his, but he's got mine.
All right, maybe you can email her, and then you can, if it's the real you out there, and then you can. So Naven was blocked. I don't know if you knew that or not. Did you do that?
Yeah, I just blocked it because of the comment he made. Whoever that is.
Oh, okay. I missed it. So
yeah.
Let me go back. Was that Naven that made a comment to you? What did he?
Yeah.
I've got a lot going on here right now. I've got multiple things going on. I've got you're live, another live. I'm talking to people on my phone. It's all good. I mean, I'm a good multitasker, but the Abe.
See, the real Naven comes in as Naven. He doesn't come in as Naven Johnson.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So did you get my text there, Di, on my images?
Let me look.
I think you responded to me. Those are my receipts. Those are my official receipts. I got pictures of me on the job and stuff, and I'll have to get them off my laptop here because I moved a lot of crap over to my.
I got them.
I moved a lot of stuff over to my my desktop, my laptop from my phone because it's getting too full, and I just kind of kept some of the stuff I know that people would want to see. But you can see I sent you a picture in my wallet oval that I finally found. I thought I lost it.
Yeah.
And it was buried in my closet, and I found it today. Found it last night, actually. So there you go.
Yeah, I got them.
Yeah, you're getting flooded with trolls. You want to go knock one? I guess somebody knocked him out of there already. Okay, cool. I mean, I get trolls. I got trolled pretty heavy this weekend too, so you know about that.
Yeah.
So it's like Salty Rant is like the guy who's like, man, I'm the only guy that ever gets trolls, and I know it's you, Abe. I know it's you.
Yeah.
That's you doing that, Abe. I know it. And I'm like, wrong again.
Hey, Glenn, welcome.
What up? I caught a lot of these people in the there's my 2.0 right there.
Yeah.
Took me a while to get the voice changer going.
Yeah, because this is actually me on my my new YLE account.
Yeah, sorry about that, Abe.
It's all good. They'll never figure out that we're both the same. It's just like Double, Sitman, and Patriot, right? Hey, there's Blue Eyes. Yeah, they're all. We know Double and Patriot are the same people. Well, actually, I have a recording, a video recording of both of them being on this panel at the same time and talking at the same time. How do you like them apples?
Is that the back chat, Lady Di? What is that came out?
She's getting trolled really heavy.
Is that the back or is that? Oh, that's regular. That's regular chat. Okay.
That's regular YouTube chat. Yeah.
Oh well. Give the Mod something to do. They've been inactive a while.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Burn some of that fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Miss Joe is really good at Whack-A-Troll.
Right.
Let me tell you, don't mess with her. So anyway, what was I going to say? Di, do you want me to hook you up with a Nightbot on your chat, or do you want to hold off for now?
I think I want to hold off for now.
All right, you let me know when you want to do it, and I'll set it up for you, and then you got to go in and give it a mod wrench, and then it'll start working.
Yeah. You
It's
get
a
yours
robot?
going first. You get yours. I know what it is.
Okay,
You get yours going because you got to learn all the commands for it too.
I already did, and mine is set up and ready to rock. We'll see if it kicks on Saturday. It should. I gave it a wrench. I found it. I modded it, and because it won't work unless you give it a wrench, and then it'll just start posting your messages that you. Mine just simply says like, "Hey everyone, go check out my backup channel, Honest Abe Point One at this link." That's all it says.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wiley, I got to tell you something. The jig is up. We might as well fess up to the world that we both faked it. We're both the same person.
That's it.
Yeah.
They figure they got us pegged, man. It's over
Damn
now.
it.
We're roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp. Flip me over on the other side because I am done cooking on this side. The grill marks are really digging in.
Yep.
Warning: no diving in the shallow end of the gene pool.
Yeah, and they
Yep.
figured out I lied about being a cop, even though they don't know my name, don't know what police department I'm even referencing, but yet they don't know they don't even know what state I did it in, but they figured all this stuff out. They know everything.
Yeah, well,
And my
they
name is
don't lie. They don't lie.
Yeah, checkmate.
Yeah,
I see you,
forgot-
Patriot.
You forgot
I
a
see
couple
you.
more words. You forgot the rest of his vocabulary. You forgot. He goes, and that's exactly
Right. Hey, Lady Di, you're inheriting the same trolls that I had in my chat. Let me take a picture of that one before someone stomps him out.
Yeah, get your picture because I'm gonna.
I got it. I think I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. You can stomp on him now if you want to.
Yep.
They're trolling. They're trolling hard, but I'm like they still have not figured out who I am. But here's the facts is well the receipts that they claim they have on me. Okay, so first my name was Vincent. Then they made the determination that I was a pedo and I was not supposed to be on YouTube. Even AC from the shit show found out about that one because it spread. Because I mean, I kind of it's a long story to that. And he even said, you know what? Unless they show receipts to prove otherwise, I don't buy it. So that's good enough for me. That's good as gold. Then they said I lied about being on CERT. CERT never existed, just like they pulled with you. And then I put out receipts on my community tab proving otherwise. Then they said, oh, Abe was never a cop. He's faking it. We know for a fact he's faking it. But we admit we don't even know his name.
Yeah.
And then, here's the latest and the greatest of what they've been saying the last 3 months about me. Wait for it, Abe. We got you, Vincent. Wait for it. We're going to expose you all over YouTube, and I'm still waiting.
Well, see, they're already Blue Eyes. They're already banned, and you got to do StreamYard separate from.
Yeah. Well, she'd have to get up backstage. You want to hop backstage, Blue Eyes, and not even get on the panel. You can see some of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get up on the panel. You can go backstage and see what we're seeing. But see, when they get squashed, there's changes now. When they get squashed on YouTube, then they disappear on StreamYard. It just simply says they were blocked or hidden. Now, see, the way it used to work, guys, is when you would block somebody and hide them on YouTube side, it used to let everyone know that. But nowadays, the new TOS and how they changed everything, when you stop someone out of your live chat on YouTube or whatever, they just disappear and no one sees them anymore. So that's what's going on.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now that's not golden. It can't be golden.
No, that's not that's not the real. These what they're doing is they're cloning accounts. Let me take a picture of that. They're cloning accounts.
I want to see Betsy Peelers badge. I want to see it. I want to see
Did
it.
did I ever? I've got the video on my laptop. She privatized. Did you get? I'll email it to you guys if you want to see it. There's not much there. She's just exposing to the world that you can order these badges from. Hey, look! When I was a cop, did you guys know that I ordered my own personal badge to carry around from Blackenton? Did you know that? But you know what? You're not going to get a badge like that unless you can prove it. You have 72 hours. I'm sorry. You have 48 hours to email them proof that you are authorized to get that badge with that verbiage on it. And if you don't do that, then they will cancel your order and they will issue you a full refund. That's how it works.
Not only that,
That's
but
how it works.
You cannot order a LEO badge. It has
You
to go
can.
through the department.
You
It
can.
has to go through the department.
Well, you can that for a department. If you get authorization from that department, from a letterhead, and you show them credentials that you're on that department, along with your state or federal ID, or
What
that has
I'm
to include your
trying
department
to
ID.
say-
Right.
what
What I'm also
trying
saying
to
is
say-
anyone, hang on, anyone can get on in the internet on Blackenton's website and order any badge they want, from Homeland Security to whatever. Here's the catch-22 to that. You place that order, and then they red flag it. It goes. Wiley, you just kicked yourself out, dude. Again.
Yeah.
So anyway, come back in here. Come back up. You kicked yourself. Unless I scared him off. I'm a scary kind of guy, I guess. So you can order a military police badge. You can order anything you want. But here's the catch-22. They are going to red flag your order as soon as you place it. They are going to contact you, and they're going to ask you for credentials, letterheads, anything you got that gives you authorization to order that particular badge. They give you 48 hours to do it. If you do not submit them the documentation to order that badge within 48 hours, what they do is they cancel the order and they issue you a full refund. Then they send you an auto-generated email saying, sorry, we could not process your order. We couldn't verify that you're an authorized person to order this particular badge. And that's it. You're done. So again, you can order these badges all you want, but they're not going to process the order unless you give them valid creds to get it. That's how it works. I've done it. You've done it, Di. We both know this. I know Miss Joe knows about this. PD knows about this. I don't know how many times we've got to rehash this damn thing on YouTube, but that is how it works. If you don't believe me, not you, Di, or you guys in the chat, but if the trolls don't believe me, Betsy Squealer, Lou, Paul, I don't care. If they do not believe me, then try it.
Badge, if
try
it's
it.
an LEO badge, it goes back to the department that ordered it. And
well, I was able to order my second officer badge, and it came directly to me.
You won't let me say it, will you? You won't let me say it.
Go ahead. Say it.
If it's an LEO badge, Gasparini gave me my badge.
Right, he did. I'm not challenging that he gave you that badge. I'm talking about when I was on a police department. When I ordered my second badge,
I wasn't on a police department at that time.
I got you. I get you. No one in our end's challenging that.
They don't know that.
I know that. I do. I know all about your badge. I talked to both Gasparini and Lolly when they were still alive about your badge. Yep. They knew all about it. There's no challenge there. What I'm explaining to everyone is that when you order a badge, like something like that, whether it's firefighter, paramedic, hazmat, police, then it doesn't matter. Federal, especially federal. Now, federal's a different category. Someone tried to come on there and disappeared, but you cannot get that badge until you prove to them that you are authorized to get that badge. You can order that badge all you want to, but they're going to cancel your order within 48 hours if you don't prove to them who you are. They're not going to process your order and make your badge just because you paid and you designed it and you paid for it. You got to prove who you are. So
look at this.
Yeah, I see that. It's bullshit.
The military police officer, she was ordering those badges through his name after he passed. What a pile of shit.
Well, then you know what? Church of Four, I'll put my email in the chat. You send me proof of that. You're going to talk about that. You prove it. Now, I want to know if that was a commemorative badge to honor the guy's name, or see, there's a difference there. If you order a badge that's commemorating someone's passing, that is different than ordering an actual agency badge. I'm sorry. So what I want you to do is I want you to email me proof of that, because we're all about receipts here, and we're all going to keep talking about badges all night long. So there's my email. It's in the chat. Send me receipts of that. I want to see proof.
Hey, Ed, how you doing? Good to see you come in.
Yeah, how you
Glenn?
doing, Ed?
Good to see you here, Glenn.
So anyway, like I say, send me the receipts. Can you highlight my email there, Di, so they can all see it on the panel?
Sure.
If they're not watching the chat, I appreciate it very much. Lady Di was on the CERT team many, many, many years before I was on the CERT team. Rick Crude got that wrong. We were not on that CERT team at the same time. No. What do police departments do after so many years? They redesign their badges to look a little bit different for security reasons, because they want to make sure that badges that are floating around out there don't wind up in the wrong hands, and people and any other officer or deputy or whatever would see that older design badge of someone trying to say they're a cop, and then they would go, oh, you got a badge that's like the old version of it, which is not the current. And then that will help them identify who that person really actually is, a cop or not a cop or a firefighter or whatever. So, keep talking smack. That's fine. Talk away.
Here's Reverend Kelly. That's Reverend Kelly. He's got so many sock accounts.
Well, I don't know if that could be him or not him. I mean, I'm getting that same thing in my chat too. I don't know if that's really him or not. I don't think it is. I did have the real Reverend Kelly post a comment in my community tab a week ago. He deleted it before I got a chance to respond to it, but I did take a screenshot of it. And someone is cloning his account too, I know. So I don't know. That could be, that could not be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for the sake of argument, I have put my original CERT badge in high res on my community page. Salty Rant and Paul Martin choose to ignore it. That's fine. Ignore away. I put out a real authentic patch that I still have. You will not find that patch anywhere on the internet, only on my community tab. My badge is very different looking than your badge, because back when you were on it, they were using a different design, which, yes, it was the original. There's no one's disputing that in this group, I don't think. At least I'm not. But again, you can take a picture of my badge all you wanna from CERT. I don't care. You just got to understand, if you're trying to get Lady Di's badge when she was on CERT, it looks nothing like that. It looks very different.
Yep. Very different.
And I know all about your badge. I talked to the person that got it for you when he was alive. His name is Don Gasparini. He was the sheriff of Winnebago County, Illinois, when you were on the CERT team. Then I talked to Denny Lawley, who has also passed away, but he was the chief of CERT. And they told me about who you were. I already knew who you were. This is years ago. And I didn't just talk to you. I talked to 3 other people that had the same badge you did with a different number on it, because they were assigned a different star number.
Yeah.
So let's rehash it all day long. Let's keep it going. Let's do this. You can talk smack in the chat all you want to, trolls, but you still have 0 receipts. Your semantics do not fathom me. I have very thick skin. You won't bother me. To me, it's kind of a fun game we're playing, because now you guys got to deal with me instead of attacking a 73 or 73-year-old lady who actually did this stuff, just like I did. So bring it on, bees. Bring it on. I will take you on till the cows come home. I do not care.
Yeah, that's not the real Carl 1982 either.
Yeah, they're using sock accounts. They did this to
Sure
my
they are.
chat all weekend long.
Sure.
They
I'm
use
just
sock
gonna leave that
accounts.
one in there. I'm gonna leave that one in there. That's funny.
You want to highlight it?
Reverend.
You want to bring it up and like highlight it?
Well, sure.
That's up to you. There you go. Now, hey, leave it up there because I want to give me a picture while you got to highlight it. I'm going to have some fun in the community tab. Why not? If they're going to have fun, I can have fun too. What's good for thee is not for me. I don't think so. I do not think so. I am going to keep having fun.
Yeah.
Look, let me ask you something. Who's the one who put up the swastika and the KKK stuff on their YouTube page, and who did not? And that was in the last couple of days. Who did that? Would that have been Salty Rant? Maybe, probably so.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, I see that.
You're gonna laugh when you read that one.
Okay. Listen, hey, troll. What?
That's not how
the
it
governor?
Works, dumbass.
The governor does not swear in police officers in Illinois. They do not swear in firefighters in Illinois. I will tell you right now who credits law enforcement agencies in the state of Illinois. It is the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board. That's who does it. Sorry, wrong again.
Yep.
Who swears in officers and the deputies and troopers? It's the agency that does it. The agency is credited they're credited by the ILETSB, which allows them to commission officers. Now, the state of Illinois or any other state of Arizona, any other state, California, in this whole country gives them the power to commission officers for their department. The state knows this. They have records of all this. The training completed. You do not stand in front of the governor and get sworn in as a cop. It just doesn't work that way.
No.
What does the Illinois Human Rights Commission have to do with any of this? The Human Rights Commission, I know who those people are in Illinois. Those are the people that, and you know what? Does Lady Di not letting you trolls take away the chat? So there you go. So anyway, the Illinois Human Rights Commission deals with what do you call it? If you've been harassed or not harassed, if you're disabled and you get fired from your job because you're disabled. Those are the people that investigate it. What does that have to do with CERT or anything else that we're talking about here? You tell me.
Nothing.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I will continue as long as you're cool with it, Di. I will sit here and debunk away in the chat all night long.
Yeah, I'm not.
The Illinois Human Rights Commission.
I'm not going to give them any more time or recognition because they're a bunch.
Sounds good to me. I'm in on that too. But yeah, you guys are the trolls are getting their fact checking a little off. And I can just sit here and ad lib off the top of my head how wrong you are without even Googling it. Because I used to live in Illinois too.
Yeah. All you have to do, little Brad, is read the comments, like that Celeste Kitty one up there.
Yeah.
The Carol 1982 one up there. It's just ridiculous.
That's funny that J.B. Pritzker and Rod Blagojevich, neither of them were even in office when you joined CERT in 1990?
Yep. They sure as heck wasn't.
So, let's just keep it going. I don't care. I'm having fun now.
Yeah.
It's so funny to catch some of these people hiding in other chats, smack talking you, smack talking me, and then they don't think we're around, and then I jump in there and say, "Hey, how you doing, boys and girls?"
Yep.
I mean, look, when I have a panel, when I go live, just like you, I have the link posted. If anyone wants to get up on the panel, they can get up on the panel. If I said something about somebody that is wrong, I own it. I eat it. I eat my own words. If they want to get on the panel and take me on, I will let them get on the panel and they can take me on. If they just want to hang out and chill out and talk and have fun, I'll let them do that. I allow that too. I'm pretty easygoing on my channel. Now the rules may be different on your channel, but on my channel, that's how I do it. You know, if they want transparency, they're getting it. Anyway, how you doing, little brat? I've never talked to you before. We're having a good time here, just hanging out. I've been busy debunking trolls, left and right. I honestly don't know who the governor of Illinois was when you were on CERT team. Do you want me to Google it?
Yeah, why don't you? Because it wasn't Blagojevich, I'll tell you that.
No,
he
it was not.
He got ousted out of office for embezzlement.
Okay.
And George Ryan was the Secretary of State.
No, he became governor.
But he was the Secretary of State back then.
Yeah, I do believe that is correct. I give you that. Okay, fact check time. When Lady Di joined the CERT team, the governor was James R. Thompson. He was born in 1936, and he died on August 14th of 2020. You're not going to talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
So, do you think the governor swore Lady Diane as a hazmat CERT firefighter person on the CERT team in Winnebago County, Illinois? I mean, come on. Really? I just love, and they know all about me, and they don't even know my name. They call me Vincent, but my name is Brett. But they don't think my name is. Some days I'm Brett, some days I'm not Brett. It just depends. No, George Ryan was not the governor, but he was the, like Di said, Secretary of State. And I just confirmed that. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at Google right now, and she is correct. George H. Ryan was the Secretary of State in 1990 when James R. Thompson was the governor. Next, please. That I believe, PD. I do believe that. But he might not be down below the crust of the earth. James R. Thompson was a Republican, not a Democrat. I'm just simply saying that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying all Democrats go to hell. I'm just simply saying this guy was a Republican, and I think he was a pretty good guy. I don't remember him very well. This was like 33 years ago. But he was the governor when Lady Di when she joined the CERT team. Now, I want everyone to understand this. Lady Di joined the CERT team in communications. The CERT team had a communications group, and that's how she started out. Did I get that fact right, Di, or not?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So, I'm 74 years old, dumbass. I'm still certified.
Just because
I am still certified, dummy.
Yep, that's right. She's certified in her state in Arizona, and I have her receipt of that. She's not lying. Let me take a good picture of that. Okay, hang on. I just want it for my own records, if nothing else. Okay, I have the picture. You can do what you want with it. So, what I want to say is that someone who like her,
and that was look in Ohio. What am I going to do from Tucson, Arizona? He's talking about the train wreck in Ohio.
Well, you know what?
Am I going to do in Arizona for Ohio?
Lady Di was on the CERT team 33 years ago when she started out. Okay. Do you think that retired firefighters around her age are jumping in their trucks and cars and zooming out to Ohio to help with that train hazmat scene? I don't think so.
That's just another sock account.
I know it is. To me, it's fun to keep debunking them because they get their facts so fouled up. It's just funny. So, like, I'm Wile E. Coyote. He jumped out of there. So everybody was thinking that I was Wile E. Coyote until him and I jumped on the panel and started hanging out together last night. Hey, I did a little video of it.
Hey, old hippie, welcome to the stream.
How you doing, old hippie? It's good to see you. First time, I've seen you out there. Welcome aboard to the chat. We're just chilling here. We're talking about certain badges and all that other stuff again. Yeah. There you go. But I just wanted to clarify that again. I mean, it's that you can order badges all you wanna, but until you show you can print fake ones off in plastic on a 3D printer, but that doesn't make them real. But to get the real deal ones that are made of metal, that are from the actual badge makers, they're hallmarked in the back like Blackington on them, or There's other makers out there, not just Blackington. I could sit here and rattle off like 5 or 6 of them, but why should I? But Blackington is the biggest maker of badges in the United States. Even Ms. Joe talked about that in the chat. She knew about it. And you can order all the badges you want all day and all night long, but until you prove that you're an authorized person to order that credential, you ain't getting it. I mean, you can order. I have a commemorative U.S. Army badge that I ordered from Blackington from my grandfather when he died. I did not need any credentials for it because it says on there his name, when he was born, when he passed away. It has my grandparents' marriage anniversary date on there, and it says that he was U.S. Army Korean War. In his what his infantry unit was in his division. So his company and division were on there. You don't need to have credentials for something like that. It's a memorial badge or a commemorative badge. But if you want to get a badge that is like showing that you're hazmat certified or firefighter or law enforcement, you have to show credentials for that. Yes. You're not getting that badge unless you can prove otherwise. That's how it works. I'm sorry that trolls don't believe me on that, but I would encourage them to go try it. If they think they can do it, go try it. See if you can kind of sneak one through the cracks in there, and they're actually going to let it slide through, and you're going to get it. Because I don't think you're going to get it. To get the badge I had on the department I was actually on, that's separate from CERT team, I had to send them like 4 layers of proof that I could get that badge. And then they had to review it for like a week or something before they finally sent me an email saying, your order has been approved. We authorize you to get this badge now. So there you go. You've got it. So, if that's the real Detective Gomez in there, I don't know. But I mean, I was on his channel earlier and just saying hello. I don't know if that's a fake account or if that's the real one. But anyway, look, Emo and Lady Di have a lengthy past, which is irrelevant to what we're talking about right now. So there you go.
Yeah.
Emo's trying to read.
They don't know anything about Emo Hollingwolf back in the day.
No, they don't. Emo's trying to reinvent his channel, and good luck to him. But what does Emo Hollingwolf have to do with anything we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Who said this channel is a free speech channel? This channel is what I consider to be what I want in it because it's my channel.
That is correct. There is no free speech on YouTube anyway. It's their TOS.
Right. That's right.
It's what they determine and deem to be appropriate for their platform, and that stuff even we don't have a choice in, an option.
So Gomez needs to go over and latch on to Emo's thing he likes to whip out of the top of his pink skirt and flip around. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go latch onto that. Nurse that for a while.
If that's even the real him, it probably isn't. So I don't think that guy would even care about what we're talking about. That's just my theory or thought on it. I've seen that guy's channel, and he seems to kind of go do his own thing. He's got content about a lot of the stuff I agree with. He talks about, like the New World Order and the global powers and total power corrupts. I actually put a comment on that guy's live stream earlier, and I said, show me a cop, a prosecutor, or a judge that don't all sleep together, and I'll show you a one-legged ballerina. I said that to Merv 34th too on his lawyer channel too once. I think he got a good chuckle out of that. But anyway, I mean, that's just what I'm trying to say out of that is the cops and the prosecutors and the judges, they all have lunch together, they hang out together, they talk about cases together. They really shouldn't, and they sit and they work out. If someone's going to be convicted by a jury or a bench trial, what kind of sentence they're going to give them. They all collaborate with each other. They really do. And it's very corrupt. I agree with that guy. Talks about that kind of stuff, and I think he's spot on. I can't say anything bad about him there, but I don't think that was the real him anyway. And if it was,
I don't know. It's blocked, whoever it was.
Okay. If it was, then you're misreading and misinterpreting what we're even talking about right now.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyway,
some people don't have any sense. I know,
right.
old hippie, oh my, but that's what he did. He was on his channel watching me on my channel, and then he whipped out that out of the top of his pink skirt and flipped it around like it was a helicopter blade. Jesus God Almighty. You know?
I can't comment to it. I wasn't around then. I can't say it happened. I can't say it didn't happen. I
Well,
have seen.
I can send you the video if you'd like to watch it.
I'm actually, that is one receipt you can hang on to. I'm actually gonna pass on.
I kind of thought so.
So I'm just gonna leave it there, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it jealousy? Is that what this whole's all about? They're angry. Lou is angry at you because you actually did this stuff and he never did. I'm just trying to where did this all begin? I mean, was it because it's all he has to go on with you? What do you
Yeah.
think, Di? I mean, I know you don't even care, but I mean, is it just
Well,
jealousy?
that's Betsy Peeler. Betsy Peeler says it too. Well, she's done everything. She's been an LEO. She's hazmat. She's this. She's that. She's done everything in the world there is to do. Well, it's not my fault you never did anything.
I guess. I mean, I don't know much about her background, but if you want to join a volunteer fire department, you should go do it. I'll tell you guys right now that they are low on volunteer firefighters across this whole country. They need them really badly, desperately. Go sign up with one of them and then go order your own badge that says you're a firefighter once you get through all the training. Go do it.
Yeah. But you got to have the certification. You can't.
That's why I said once you get that's why I said once you get through the training and all of that and you're square, go do it. Go get your badge.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, old hippie. It was memorable, wasn't it?
I can't. Yeah, I mean, there's enough people saying out here that he did it that I'm leaning more towards it probably happened. You've got a receipt of it, so I'm not going to challenge it. I don't need to see the receipt either.
You remember my original call sign, okay? When I upgraded to general,
yeah, I do.
On that website, you can see it live and live in color. Yep.
We lost Wiley a while ago. What happened to him? Is he all right out there?
I don't know. And we lost PD too because I popped him up and he dropped.
Was that PD? I didn't know who that was because it came on so fast. It flashed in, it flashed out. Yeah. I missed it. All right. Lou is not live anymore. He was on my other computer up on him. And I know they're listening to me right now. And I really wasn't monitoring it. I had it muted. But I heard him say that we're out to get him. And I want to make that very clear. I already know who he is. And I know enough about Paul. Enough I really need to know about him. And no one is out to get them. I mean, I'm not going to hop in a car and a plane and a train and go to where they live or work and then go harass them. I really don't care enough about that. And that's not my style. I don't do that kind of stuff. So I really don't care about getting them. And it's just an ongoing rift that is just continuous, infinite, never ending.
Yeah.
And I know he's desperate for attention out there, and he does get attention from us, like you do, like I'm giving him right now. But I really could care less about who's who. I don't even really care about people's hit past as long as they're doing something in the present to do better themselves in their lives. All this is freaking YouTube.
Yeah.
Who really cares? Who really knows anybody? And nobody can sit there and tell me they don't have skeletons in their closet as the next guy or gal, because everybody's got them. Even I do. Everybody's got some kind of skeleton in their closet.
That wasn't you that tried to come in the basement and come up on the panel, Patriot? Is that what you're saying? No.
What happened is somebody cloned him. Have you got a drops overlay screen die set up on your StreamYard?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, okay. I would just pull that up from now on. Anyone comes on, because you know, just in case someone tries to do something nefarious to your channel,
Yeah.
and then even me, what I'll do is I'll let you know ahead of time that I'm going to come on, and then verify it that way. But there, because there's so much cloning going on of accounts all over YouTube,
Yeah.
that's probably what that was. Somebody was going to probably try to do something nefarious there for a minute. So I saw the channel pop, and then they dropped like a second later, and then they were gone. That's what I know. Patriot says it wasn't him. I've gotten to know Patriot just enough to, I don't know him, but I do know this about him. If he says he didn't try to come up in the basement, he meant he was not trying to come up in the basement. He wouldn't just not say that. No. So anyway, there it is in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Take it away for about 5 die. I'm going to mute and be in the background and watching the chat for a little bit. Yell if you need. Yeah. I do want to say this. Paul is, continuing to challenge that you were a special deputy like I was on that CERT team. There he is. And then I'm like, well, then do you want me to? I could actually arrange a panel where he and you could debate this and just take turns on my channel if both of you agreed to it. And you know what he said to me?
What?
Nope, not doing it. Lady Di has she has a way of making me or stopping me out or something like that. And I'm like, well then, if you're too afraid to take her on, if he's too afraid to take you on, then he ought to just stop talking about you.
Yeah.
Well, he can't stop doing it because he's under orders by Salty to keep doing it.
Right? I absolutely believe that 110%. He is his puppet.
Yeah.
He is the puppeteer. Salty's the puppeteer and he's the puppet. Absolutely. That I believe.
Yeah.
That I believe.
No.
I don't know. It's just comical. They get all their facts all fouled up all the time. And it's just funny. I think it's funny. You know what I mean?
Yep. You people, you trolls need to stop diving in the in the marsh part of the low gene pool. That's what you need to do.
Something, man. I'm telling you. It's funny.
Hey, look in the back. Click on that, Abe. Click. Jesus.
I see that, and I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna. There is no chance in hell that I'm going to click on that link and open it up. Not a chance.
Yeah, right.
Not a chance.
These fucking guys are just nuts.
What? That I can guarantee you is probably got an IP pinger on it, and they want to figure out where I'm at. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, Poo Poo Butt already blocks me. He's already.
Well, they want to figure out. They got you. I know they got you, but they're not. They don't have me yet. See, and they don't have Wiley either. I mean, I mean, they know. I mean, they know he lives in Arizona, but they don't know where he lives in Arizona.
Yeah.
And that's where it stands. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in Phoenix.
Phoenix is a big ass city, and you never said you lived in Phoenix either. All you did, as I recall, you can correct me on this, Wiley. All I recall you ever saying, this is like last night was the first time, or when I went to the live chat we ever talked ever. So I made a little video about it today. But I only remember you ever saying you're from Arizona. I don't even know if you still live there. You never clarified that.
I think you and I talked on Lady Di's probably last year sometime. I mean, we've been on panel before. That's why I thought it was really funny that they kept saying we were both the same person.
Yeah, I didn't recollect that because back last year I wasn't really super active on YouTube. Yeah, I just so we might have.
Yeah,
but anyway, that's it. But I don't remember you ever saying that you still live in Arizona. They know that you lived there, but they don't know that you do still live there. And even if you do still live there, they don't know where in there you live. Arizona's a pretty damn big state.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, like I said, the next time I want to do it, I want T-bones. For both of us, you're gonna cook them.
You're gonna do T-bones for each other, then you better give one for me too.
There you go.
Yeah, but you're not here. You're not here.
Oh, but I never said I wasn't. Did I? Nope.
No.
Nope.
But you're not 20 minutes. You're not 20 minutes away.
I could be. I might not be. I'm not going to confirm or deny. I know you both know the truth behind that, but I just want to make them think more. I want to make them think. There was a PBS show when I was a kid. It was called, in the 80s, it was called Think About. You guys need to think about before you say about.
I don't remember that.
That's not the real GD account either.
Big surprise. Big surprise.
Well, I know that because of the avatar they got.
Yeah.
Lady Di, I think it's funny how he still uses the same exact Carl 1980. I mean, he's been using the same shit for years. You know what I mean? We know who it is.
Sure.
I mean,
I know exactly
it's not rocket science.
Yeah. Carl 1982 isn't even on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, I doubt it. So.
Hey, I got my leak fixed today, Wiley.
Oh, did you?
I did. And my daughter says, it's going to cost $90 for me to have somebody come out to fix that. I said, well, I'll handle it. I'll take care of it this time. So I called my groundskeeper. And he came and he used parts too. He used two pieces. He used a piece of hose and he used two connectors. And I said, what do I owe you? Because they went to leave and I went out and I said, whoa, wait a minute. I don't want this added to the bill. I got to give this to my daughter. He said, oh, there's no charge. I said, no charge? Yeah, and then we stood there for an hour and a half and talked. Then he wanted to see my LEO badge because we were talking about LEOs, the difference in PD and what I thought the difference was between here and back in Illinois. And I told him, I gave him my opinion. And he said, well, how do you know what it was like back in Illinois? I said, because I was an LEO. No, he said, no. I said, hey, I wasn't born and grew up in a wheelchair, bud. You people have a problem with that for some reason. You seem to think that. And I told him, I said, hang on, because he's got this blower that you can either blow or pick up stuff with, with the flip of the switch. And he was picking up garbage off my drive in the front and pulling weeds and so I don't get a big $500 HOA fine. And I came in the house and I got it and I took it back out. I handed it to him. He said, what's this? I said, it's a badge wallet. I'll open it up. And he opened it up. He says, oh my God, this is real. I said, yeah. Yep.
That's too funny.
Yep.
Well, at least you got it taken care of. Won't have the ice skating rink in the backyard.
Yeah. But he did that. Man, he did that free,
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Where did Abe go? Did he? Oh, he's on mute.
He's still there.
I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and dox my dinner, and I'm eating pizza.
Wow, that sounds good. I could order one of them tonight after stream. I'll order a large, and then I'll from Domino's, and then I'll put them in freezer bags and eat my one piece of pizza and put the rest in freezer bags for further meals.
You
Stick
could
'em
do
in the
that.
freezer.
You could do
Yep.
that. Mine was made from homemade.
Oh, there you go. I've got a maker, a bread maker, and I've got the pizza pan and I got the oven. I got all of that to do, but why when I can do it as cheap as I can buy it? You know, I can buy it just as cheap here as I can make it. Yeah.
Hey, Wiley just kicked himself off the panel again.
Yeah, he did. Yep, he did.
So tonight, we've established that Rod Blagojevich was the governor when you joined the CERT team in 1990.
Jesus.
There's been so much stuff talked about. There's so many trolls coming in here saying stuff. I can't even recount it all. I got pictures of most of it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still bitching about that. They're still bitching about when the woodpeckers, when I have the hummingbird feeders full, the woodpeckers come and they another piece of trash. Gone.
Bye.
When they come and they'll land on the hummingbird feeders, and I've got 5 of them out there.
Yeah.
And they'll drink all the hummingbird juice, and that stuff's expensive. And I've got this little toy pistol that shoots 10mm pieces of plastic. I've shown it before.
I'm going to dox my family here quick. Okay, ready for it?
Sure.
All right, ready for this, trolls? Y'all ready for this? I am going to mute my microphone for a couple minutes because I got to feed my cats. Ooh, I just put out there I have 2 cats. Actually, there might be more than 2.
Yeah.
Make notes of that. If you're going to try to dox me, I have cats.
The link is on the YouTube side, bud. It's already pinned. Sci-Fi Bride, the video.
Yep, it's pinned. And if you want to get up on her panel, she will let you get up on her panel. All good. Just be aware that Wiley just kicked himself off a minute ago, and hopefully he'll come back in here again.
Yep.
Real soon.
Let's see. Overlays. Which one would I like to use? My goodness. There's so many to choose from. Yep. How about that one? That's a good one.
You got someone coming up on the panel?
Well, if he decides he wants to come up.
Oh, okay. Hey, Sci-Fi, you going to come up on the panel? We don't bite. We do not bite. Come on up. We got broken record trolls. Let me take a picture of that before you knock them out. Hang on.
Oh, it's too late. I already hit him.
All right. I think I got it before you did it.
Well,
I got it. I got it.
There's more of it in there.
I know. I got them all. You're good. You can knock them out. Whoever
Right.
wants to do it. You want me to go? Do you want me to knock them out, or did someone do it? I think they're gone. Yeah, somebody already did it.
Yeah.
Maybe Miss Joe's out there doing it. Miss Joe lost a lot of weight. Did you know that? She lost 2 pounds.
Yeah, I know that.
I saw her on a
The
chat
link
last
isn't-
night, and then I noticed that she
Come on,
was in there, and she said she
the
got
link
rid of her
is-
too.
The link is pinned. It's on the YouTube side. Go over to the
Yes.
YouTube side.
I think
It
they
is
are on
pinned.
the YouTube side. They have to be. They can't be on StreamYard yet. So what they got to do is go to the top where it says you're an orange rectangle up there, and it says https://StreamYard.com /B Bravo 5G Golf C Charlie A Alpha Q Quebec E as in Echo F as in Foxtrot S as in Salmon F as in Foxtrot.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Hey,
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, that Sci-Fi Bright, he was asking, and I think he's over in Wiley, so I don't think the link is posted. over
Oh, I didn't know you guys. I didn't know the chats were dual sharing. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, the chats are all. I think
right.
they all go to.
Hey, I'm gonna put the link to Lady Di's channel for you, and then you can get up on her panel, on her channel, and then that should resolve that.
I can unlink you, and that should fix it.
No, let me put the link down in the chat, and then they can. There it is. So that way both channels can see it. That's the link to Di's channel, and now I am going to copy the link to get on the StreamYard link, and then they can click that too. We'll make it easy for them. StreamYard link is right there. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Oops.
Yeah,
I guess that's it. It's really long.
He's
What?
on Wiley's page. He's on Wiley's page. You need to come over
Yeah.
to Lady Di 49 Diana.
Right. That's where you'll find that link at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody dump a link in there for him.
I did on
Dice
Dice chat. Does Dice chat show up on your side too, Wiley?
I don't believe so.
Okay, hang on. Let me go to your channel and I will take care of that. Lots going on. That's okay. Sorry about that.
And Mr. Bodell, I know that you're hanging out over there. If you want to come over to Lady Di's, come up. I just sent you a text message, Mr. Bodell. Also,
I'm trying to find your page. It's coming up with videos. I don't want videos.
Yeah, you have to go to the live side.
Hang on. I don't know why it's doing this. YouTube's algorithm is all different now. So I'm just trying to find you. There's a subscription list, and then all it's giving me is videos.
I can put it in here.
Okay, no, not on your side. You got to do it on Wiley's side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if Lady Di drops it, she has.
Oh, it'll go.
Yeah, she ought to be able to have a. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I believe.
I used to just be able to just pull up the subscription channels, and all I'm seeing is videos.
It should have just went out on your channel too at the same time, Wiley.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to look because that's how I keep getting myself.
Hey, Lady Di, Can you put a link to your video, your actual channel, so people can come sub to you if they don't know you?
Are you talking about to Sci-Fi Briar or what?
Yeah, he's in the basement. He's in the basement. Do you know that guy?
I've recognized the name, but I can't say that it's him for sure. Okay. Not Lady Di.
Put up your border.
Okay,
pull his camera up or put your wall up so it protects you.
There you go. It's me.
There he is.
I'm not a troll.
How you doing, Sci-Fi Brian? What's your channel? Hey, what's your channel, dude? I would go sub to you.
It's Sci-Fi Bride, the video guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go check you out.
It's been a while.
And it's the same, picture that is up on the stream right now.
All right. I got you, and I'm going to sub to you right now.
Yeah, I'm from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I'm a auditor or a cop
cool, man.
I used to call myself a police accountability activist. You know, I was a skateboarder and I always had problems with the police growing up and never really respected them. And then
Right.
when the thing happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin,
Yes.
and the dude was shot 7 times in the back, I had to go. I had to go because I was already doing audits. I had already started. And so that was kind of like my white Bronco. I got a lot of subscribers from that and a lot of notoriety.
Oh yeah. And then we brought you Kyle Rittenhouse during the riots.
Yeah, I was there the night before Kyle Rittenhouse, I believe, was Thursday night of the shooting that he was involved in, and I was there streaming live Wednesday night.
Oh, you were streaming out there.
I don't know if you know who Joe Cool is.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine from Chicago. He was there Tuesday night, I believe it was.
Really? I actually watched the shooting live when it was going down. It was, I think, Unicorn Riot or somebody was out there live streaming right in that area.
Yep.
And I actually watched all of that. That was a very graphical scene. I saw.
He was there. Yeah, Unicorn Riot. I know him. Yep.
Yep. And I watched him, and I watched what was going on as it was live and raw. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was the night. See, I was the next night, or wait, I was the night before Kyle, I think. But the night, I don't remember which night it was, but on my video, you know, they already had all the dump trucks on fire that they had set up to kind of block off the road in front of the Capitol or in front of the courthouse.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, it's, you know, I was streaming live and then I didn't realize I was muted. So the first 10 minutes is muted, but watch that video, man. It's crazy. I brought a motorcycle helmet and, you know, I had a phone and a backup. I think I had a backup camcorder on my rig with a monopod, and I was chased by Black Lives Matters marchers.
Oh yeah,
absolutely crazy night. You know, next time I go to something like that, I'll be bringing my helmet again, but I'll be bringing goggles.
I would have body armor too if it's gonna get crazy like that. If you got it.
Because I'll tell you what, tear gas. I mean, fuck. Pepper spray and all that other bullshit, or what's the other
balls.
one?
Yeah, they shoot those pepper balls out at you.
Tear gas, like military grade shit, that is not to be fucked with.
No, it's not. You don't want to get hit with that.
I didn't feel sick though. It was just really affecting my vision and my eyes.
And they also use they shoot bean bags out of 12 gauge shotguns too. If you get too close to them, the cops, and they think you're an imminent threat, they will hit you with those too.
Hey, I tell you what, they were shooting beanbags or these rubber pellets.
Yep, the rubber pellet. Yep, that's another one.
Yeah, off of the roof, and this guy had his arm ripped open. You could see it. It was like a war zone, y'all. I was like calling out, you know, medic, medic. And
were you the one shouting that?
Running, and I had to run and get a medic for this dude because he had his arm ripped open from a rubber bullet.
Oh, okay. Because I knew when Rittenhouse fired the gun at the survivor that testified.
Blew his arm, ripped his arm open, right?
Yes, because I saw that live as it went down, and I saw all the gore. And I really don't want to describe it, but I did. I thought you were talking about that for a second. Yeah, rubber bullets. They're shooting those out of rifles, so like from
and they were on the roof, and it was like you didn't even know. All of a sudden, this dude just got hit, and he said. Because there was this park area, and they had, like, these people were, like, hiding behind a dumpster, and they were throwing projectiles and shit. So these cops were firing on them. And some guy was just, like, an innocent bystander, had his arm opened up pretty good, man. I mean, it looked like taco meat, man. It was bad.
I believe it. I mean, it
looked like a regular bullet. It really did.
Yeah, if you get hit at a certain angle from those rubber bullets, it will tear. It will tear flesh. I mean, they're shooting them out of high caliber rifles. The beanbags. Typically, the beanbags will give you a hell of a bruise, and they burn and sting because they're usually shot off close range out of shotguns.
Right.
And then, of course, you got the pepper balls. They'll shoot those. There was a reporter that got hit with a pepper ball, and it really did some damage to him. So those are new tools that they have. They didn't have those during the Rodney King riots. So they had the bean bags, but not like pepper balls and all that. And they had tear gas. But the problem with using tear gas on a crowd is it can get them more riled up because of mass panic. And then other people in the crowd can pick up the canisters and then chuck them back at the cops if they're wearing gloves.
Yeah.
And so it's typically not encouraged to shoot tear gas at crowds. Usually, what the cops do nowadays is a method they corral. So they try to herd people they try to cram them in a certain area and find them, and then they do mass arrests. Which is more effective for their side, from their angle of it, than just causing mass panic by just hitting everyone, just gassing everyone with tear gas. But I know a little bit about that. But yeah, I saw a lot of what you're describing live. I was watching that for days, all weekend long, when that was going down, and I remember the George Floyd ones. I remember the Ferguson, Missouri riots, like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. It's crazy stuff, man. It really is. But hey, it's good to actually talk to somebody that was like on scene and reporting.
I get into that. It's such an adrenaline rush, and I was hanging out like with the corporate news or whatever you want to call them, the fake news, right?
They're not gonna
hanging out with them, and I'll tell you what, we were getting hit with rubber bullets and tear gas and everything else. They didn't give a fuck. It was everybody for themselves, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of had a little camp. We were camping out behind one of the garbage trucks to get away, kind of, get ourselves out of the way of the projectiles, whether it was from the police or the protesters, and we were still getting footage, but man, I never witnessed anything like that. And I'll tell you what, when you're on the front line like that, and that was the night before they didn't even have the fence up around the courthouse yet.
No,
you could have went right up to the courthouse building, and the next night is when they put the fence up.
Yeah, and then don't forget the Christmas Day mass vehicle rammer too.
Oh yeah, that was in Wauwatosa.
Yeah, it was Wauwatosa, and my
Christmas Day parade. It was actually November or something, but yeah, it was a Christmas parade. Yep. And I forget his name, but oh my God, what a disgusting individual! He ran over kids and elderly.
Oh yeah, he ran everybody in between. He the first 5, mostly were women that were at the back of the parade, and he mowed over. He killed them instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting. That guy was actually mentally ill, and he had a prior history. I think he ran over his ex-girlfriend or someone like that prior.
Yeah, he had lots of felonies, and they kept letting him out on this stupid, where you can slip through the system. He shouldn't have been out. They even said that. He got out on a technicality or something like that, and then he went and did that.
Yeah.
And
he was. It looks like, I think, wasn't he running from the cops? That's why he started busting through the parade barriers.
Supposedly, yeah.
And then he just kept going.
That was like his excuse or whatever.
Yeah. I think. I honestly think. I don't really know, but I mean, the thing that people forget about is that those kind of attacks are actually almost as common as like an active shooter kind of attack. Vehicle rammer attacks. I've got a whole list of them on my computer.
Sure.
People don't think about that, but I mean, yeah, it does happen. It's more common in other parts of the world where guns aren't as easily accessible, like mass stabbings. But yeah, mass vehicle ramming attacks are very underrated, and you got to watch out for them. You really got to watch out if you're out in the streets, sidewalks, anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in a small town America or big inner cities. I mean, if you get someone who's crazy enough,
he went and drove that car home. They found that vehicle at his house.
Yeah, that's right. And then he went to
All
a neighbor's
smashed up
house
and
or
shit.
something and he rang a doorbell and asked
Yeah,
for food or
I
something.
watched almost the whole trial of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's local, and it's just like this dude was. He had a lawyer at first, and then he fired his lawyer, and then he was trying. He was doing it himself. He was
Yeah.
trying his case himself, and he would, everything was. He would yell out, hearsay or what was the other one? I'm trying to remember. Like relevance or no, what's the word? You know,
Yeah.
he
Yeah, yeah.
didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was being mentored by somebody in jail that thought they were a bar member. They're in jail or prison. You know what I'm saying? They were teaching
Yeah.
him and trying to walk him through this shit, and it was so funny, dude.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching the chat there, Sci-Fi, Lady Di, your avatar, the skeleton, Lady Di actually has. I don't know if she wants to show it or not, but she has a full. Well, it's not a real one, but I mean, she has a skeleton. She can actually really say that she has a skeleton in her closet, well, in her garage or whatever. I mean, everybody's got them, and everybody has a skeleton in their closet, and they're like past. But
It's
she
probably
can
worth
actually
money,
really
dude.
vouch
If you
for
have
it.
a human skeleton,
I've
that's
got an
been.
actual. I have a medical skeleton. It shows the
Right.
spinal cord, all the nerves.
That's what I'm
everything.
saying. If you have an actual human skeleton that's
Well, not a
been
real one.
medically tagged, as a medical display or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
they're worth a lot of money, man.
They are. They are.
Just imagine that's a real person, though, right? Isn't that weird?
It's a guy too.
Yeah.
The guy. Well, hers is not real. It's not like an actual real human skeleton.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, it's. But you know what doctors do in hospitals and nurses? It's inside humor. They will get one of those skeletons and they will like put clothes on it, sunglasses, different hats, a pipe, whatever. They do crazy stuff like that. It's like medical humor.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's when you're in that
I
kind
have
of field.
a friend that had a sex fetish, and it wasn't so sexual, but they used to go and rent a hotel and cast her leg up in a cast. And then they would get it on, right, and spend the weekend at the hotel, and that was their fetish, to have her in a cast. And then they would just fill the bathtub up and get it, warm and soft, and cut the cast off and go home. I was like,
that's
what?
crazy. That is crazy.
So, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna put my emails.
Something about the helplessness or the crippledness of it, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, Di, can you? I agree with you. Can you highlight my email in the chat again, Di, if you would? That is my email. If anybody wants to email me, I'd love to hear more of your story about what you went through out there. I want to ask you something, Sci-Fi. Would you go out and do that again? I think you said you would, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, make sure.
I'm the guy that, I got balls of steel when it comes to going up one-on-one against somebody. I don't care who you are, right?
Right.
If you're disrespecting me, or if I'm in fear of my family member, especially like a mother or something like that, I don't care who you are. I will fight you. I will go up against you. So I don't want to say, I'm a badass fighter and I could take anybody, but I don't back down. And so when I go out and film, I use that against the Karens and Darrens that try to attack me from filming in public.
I love it. You said Darrens. You said Darrens.
All I do is film in public, and as long as, if it's a protest and we're within the law, damn right I'm going to be there, brother.
That's cool. That's my original avatar I use, that green face there. So if you ever see that around in the chats anywhere, that's me. Unless I've got some people that cloned my account too, so just look out for that.
Yeah, your voice sounds kind of familiar. What's your name?
I am Honest Abe, and that's my my channel name is Honest Abe. And I don't know, maybe we have been on another channel or something. Do you watch the Shit Show at all? I was on that like a week or so ago for a little while.
No, I used to be I used to be cool with AC and them, but that was a long time, years ago.
All right. I mean, I've been on
Oh.
other panels too, not just that one. I
Yeah,
go live on the
he's been
weekend.
around a while.
Yeah,
He's been
you know.
around.
I hang out with, and I mean, when I put this name out there, don't come at me. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
will
I hang
not
out with
come at
like
you. I
Port
will
Earth
not come
Farmer.
at you. Go.
You know Port Earth Farmer?
I
Okay.
know of him, but I don't really know him. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's out there.
And
Bro.
but I really don't hang out. I have so many different friends. And I just lost some friends, and so now I don't even know. I fucked up. I did some stupid shit, and people are mad at me. Somebody, a real good friend, I had personal phone numbers and stuff like that. Actually, really hurting over this shit. Just recently blocked me and everything. I don't even know why, except for it might be because I got into it with this girl that's a friend of his. You know what I mean? But we supposed
It
to be
happens
friends.
really easy.
How do you just block somebody and not even say nothing? I'm texting him and calling him nothing. I go on his stream. I'm in the basement. I'm like putting in the private chat, dude. What's up? I mean, at least tell me what's up. I mean,
Right.
You could be mad at me and hate me, whatever. But
I don't hate you.
No, I'm talking about my dude.
I know.
Said, just at least tell me, because I don't
Yeah.
deserve that. This motherfucker's supposed to be my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people that you are out here on YouTube, right? And you meet people on YouTube where you actually become real friends, where you talk on the phone. You interact differently. You know what I mean? It's not just YouTube. You actually pretty good friends,
You seem pretty cool to me. I'd be interested to get to know you a little bit more. Getting to know you. Remember that one?
Well, I appreciate that, yeah.
Yeah, shoot me an email. And then I just kind of want to learn more about what you went through in Kenosha, more particularly.
Oh yeah, man! I wish the channel operator was here. I could post a link. I got it all on video.
I believe. I might have even been watching your channel. You do know, like there were crap.
Yeah.
There was like woke.com.
Have you ever heard of Pugface Music or Pugface Media?
Yes, I know who that is. I know who that is.
Well, when I was live, he posted my stream into some, multi-stream thing, like where you go into these rooms and they have like 10 different guys streaming live from the fucking event.
That was woke.com, I think. Woke?
Yeah, something like that, dude. I gained like 200 subscribers. Pugface Media is like, awesome.
Yeah, Pug's always been a really good guy. He's always been a really good dude.
I was like, what? That's got to be, 4 years ago already, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, a long time.
Kenosha?
Yeah.
And you know what's really fucked up? I'm on the interstate. They had all the off-ramps closed. You couldn't get off and just go into Kenosha. I had to go past Kenosha, and I have this all on video too, and get off and double back and try to I just followed traffic. I figure motherfuckers got to get home, right? So I'm just gonna follow people, and when I know I need to go back north, so I'm gonna get back because they made you go south more, And it was crazy, dude. It was just
the cops will. Yeah, the cops are always going to do that when there's expecting major riots and protests. They will blockade access off the highway to get in the city because they know out of towners are going to come in there and stir up, cause problems.
And, dude, you think about it. What about the truckers, the people that have jobs where they're delivering, and now. You got to go 10, 15, 30 minutes out of your way just to get into the city.
Typically what happens is right on. Typically the PDs will send out public alerts. They're called like civil emergency alerts and stuff like that, messages. And they will actually activate the emergency alert system if it's serious enough. And they will actually broadcast out that the city's been sealed off, and they will put stuff on social media like their Twitter, Facebook, and they'll put the message out there that if you're coming in the city, you're not going to get in off certain highway accesses and stuff like that.
I've never been to Kenosha before, okay, and it was like I believe an hour and 45 minutes, a little bit past Milwaukee, and I'm right in the middle of Milwaukee and Green Bay in Wisconsin, so I was all ready to go, but man, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, all right, well, I guess the first exit that I can get off, I'm going to get off, and then I'm going to have to try to double back, go north, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I know a lot about these type of tactics you're talking about. I could get into it even more with you, and even if you want to talk to me and like off of here. But yeah, the police now train in the academies to deal with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, prior to that,
it was I think, I'm trying to remember if they came that night. I was there the next night. They didn't even have the help from the military yet. The reserves or whatever hadn't been there.
National Guard and all that, yeah.
Yeah. So this was all city and like state patrol and shit doing all this shit, closing off all the. And they had like 2 cars at the top and the bottom of the off ramps and on ramps. You know what I mean? It was on lockdown, dude. You could not get in and out of there. And I mean, if you produced ID and said, yeah, I live right there, they were letting some people in. So, you know, that was probably.
It's not like martial law. It's not like martial law, but the city enacts a curfew.
Yeah.
And it's
totally
it's almost
illegal.
like
it really is illegal.
Yeah, it's like a martial law at the local level. It's martial law has to be declared at the federal level, but that's a major national thing going on. But yeah, what they're doing is they use curfews.
Smarter than I do. Let me ask you something. When they say shelter in place, let's say it's a city incident, and I even asked the police, what does that mean? And they couldn't even tell me, dude.
That is called.
Fucking police are so stupid.
Yeah.
So what does that mean, shelter in place? I mean, do you have to obey that? That means try to
what
stay
it is.
home, right?
Well, here's how that works, as I understand it. If you're media, like you were doing, then you're exempt under the First Amendment. Because the First Amendment is there to protect you from the government, right? Us. So what that is, the city has to take steps to protect the citizenry, or they could be held liable for it later, even with like their immunities and stuff like that, because they're government. So what that's called is a CEM. It is a civil emergency message. And there's also a CEW, a civil emergency warning.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you get a CEM, it's a suggestive. When you're issued a warning, that means, yes, if you come out and you disobey because there's a state of emergency in your area, then you could be subject to like arrest. You could be hit with rubber bullets and stuff like that. So there's 2 different classifications on that. And that's big time. I mean, that's not just putting out on Twitter, we're expecting riots, we encourage you to stay home. When you get a warning alert like that, your phone will go off, just like a tornado warning or something. And they're telling you if you do come out of your house, you are subject to you could be arrested, you could be pelted, you could be hit with tear gas, whatever the heck's going on, even if you're not involved in it inadvertently. See what I mean? So it's like they're just all they're doing is they're warning you if you come out of your house, you could possibly become a victim, or not necessarily, but you could become in the middle of this mix that you don't want to be, even if you're just trying to go to work or something. But when they activate something like that, places that are like stores, restaurants, bars, they're going to shutter, and they're going to start putting wood boards up and stuff like that. I was in Madison, Wisconsin when this was going on. And I saw all of downtown. Yeah, all of downtown. I'm originally from Illinois, and I've been in Wisconsin many. I've been in Kenosha.
You're a Midwesterner.
I am. I originally am.
You're right in my neighborhood, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, I used to be. But anyway.
Are you a Bucks fan? Do you like the Milwaukee Bucks?
I used to go to. We used to have season tickets and go to those games in the 90s. The Bradley Center. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we used to do that stuff, man. And back when I used to live in Illinois, I don't live there anymore, but I used to. But a lot of people are trying to find me, and there's a long story to that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's pretty cool stuff. But basically, when the city enacts a curfew, they have to exempt people going to work, coming home from work, people that have emergencies, they got to go to the hospital, stuff like that. But they also are letting you know if you come out, you could find yourself in grave danger. And that's what those messages are. And curfews go in place because you have a riot and you have something like that's going down. And when the city loses control, they activate state police. And there's probably going to be state troopers there and stuff, but they'll activate the full throttle state police. They're going to have a riot.
I know all that.
Yeah, and then when they lose control, at that point, then they activate National Guard. Nowadays, though, what they're doing is when they know something's going to go down deep, they may go ahead and request National Guard to come stand by. But then they'll wait till stuff starts getting out of control and the cops start getting overpowered and stuff, and the riot starts really going down. Then they will send in the troops. That's what they do. But
and that's so stupid because it's almost like, you know what? They didn't really de-escalate. They were just holding off.
They were kind of holding their own in Kenosha at first. I don't think they realized the gravity. My opinion is the gratitude of the situation.
The gratitude, the because I mean, you were talking about this. Okay, this guy was a terrible guy, you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He was a multi-felon. He was a domestic abuser. He was there doing a domestic abuse. That's why they were on the call. He had a box cutter on him, right? They had him detained, and they allowed him to walk back to the car. He gets in the car, and he grabs a knife or whatever, the box cutter, and, he didn't even really... It's just so stupid. It's almost like they were waiting for him to do something just so they could kill him. And he ended up surviving.
You're talking about
he's paralyzed, but he's in a wheelchair, but he survived.
You're talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing?
Yeah, I forget the dude's name now.
I know what you're talking. He had kind of long hair.
The gentleman that was this whole thing, how it all started. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, he's the guy who lost a chunk of his arm.
It was a domestic call and blah blah blah. They're outside the vehicle. They had him detained. They let him go.
I do want to say this.
And his kids were in car seats in the vehicle, and they shot him in the back 7 times. You guys.
Yeah,
I'm not racist, but I'll tell you what.
Well, the victims that were shot were Caucasian, I recall, right? They weren't even, so race wasn't even an issue involved in the Rittenhouse thing. But I mean, Rittenhouse was white and the victims were white, as I recall, right? But
yeah, the media tried to portray it as a
yes.
And that's why he's waiting to sue Biden.
I'm talking about the original traffic stop where the police had the black guy shot 7 times in the back.
Yeah, you're right about that, Wiley. They did. I mean, that's the political spin they put on it to flip the narrative around. But see, what I saw in the video from when I was watching it raw and live, and I just saved screenshots from it. I didn't actually record the video, but it's kind of out there now anyway, right? Kyle Rittenhouse was 17 years old or something at the time. And see, Wisconsin has open carry. So Illinois does not, unless you're hunting in a controlled setting. So the problem with the prosecution in Wisconsin in that trial was they were trying to flex Illinois state law on Wisconsin state law. And that's why that judge blew up on him, because you can't do that. So, for better or for worse, I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse went up there, I guess, there was a militia group or something that was up there guarding some businesses or whoever they were. Yep. They were not law enforcement. I mean, some of them might have been law enforcement prior. I don't think they were, but have been prior military. I don't know. But there was a group of men and women, I guess, that were tactically trained with like firearms and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Rittenhouse,
they were just fire, Second Amendment connoisseurs, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
They were actually asked to come there to protect that one.
Right. That's right.
car
The
lot.
gas station. It was a car lot, gas stations,
Yep.
whatever, businesses, whatever. So, I mean, and I guess, they've got the right to do that. I mean, in Illinois, that's a little different. If you have armed security that you bring in, they have to have like different licenses. Wisconsin has those licenses too, but Wisconsin has very vague laws on the firearm thing, unlike Illinois,
Yeah.
right? So there was a loophole there, kind of, sort of. So Rittenhouse is from Illinois, goes up there to join that group. I mean, look, if I was a parent of a kid like that, I would say, hell no, you're not going up there. But Rittenhouse did it, and he brought his gun up there.
Yeah, but
And
if you know about this kid, he
Mhm.
was in like a pre-academy.
he was a police explorer, yeah.
Yeah, and he was in, also into the fire department and into, health, or what do you call it, the paramedic type stuff.
Yes, EMT. Yeah, EMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
He
But
was just actually, I mean, I don't know the guy, but I was in Kenosha.
Yep.
I know what it's like, dude. These guys attacked me. If I would have had a gun, I probably would have shot somebody that night. But
right.
I had my monopod, and I was ready to dimple somebody with that same spike I have at the bottom of my monopod.
Yeah, right. You got my curiosity sparked
I
on that.
posted a link in the private chat for you on it.
Okay. All right. I got it.
It's about how the roads were closed.
Yes. Right.
And
I'll check it out.
There's like 4 other videos about that night that I have. And like I said, don't get discouraged. The audio is out on the main video, but it does come in after about 10 or 15 minutes.
That's cool, man. I'll check it out. I appreciate that. The one thing I do want to say about,
dude, you're muted, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, you're cool, dude. But I'll check it out. I appreciate that very much. I will. I promise you that. I'll do it tonight. But now, the one thing I want to say about the Rittenhouse thing is I was watching this whole thing go down live. I really did. From start to finish and prior leading up to it. A lot of us thought it was an active shooter that was just shooting random people at first. We didn't know. I took a couple still shots of him running by before the police even released a picture of him, and I put it on the internet. So anyway, we didn't know. We just didn't know. So the one thing I want to say, I just want to say this about that, if I can. Rittenhouse at some point, and now you got my curiosity really sparked on this again, but so basically Rittenhouse is with this group of armed Second Amendment. If they were 2A auditors, I think they were there to guard you. Like you said, they were there to guard those businesses. So Rittenhouse,
yes, and then they did kind of split up at one point. Yep.
What you just said.
There was 4 of them.
Yes, what you just said is what I was just going to bring up. I'm glad you said that. At some point in time, when that went down, for whatever reason it is, Kyle split apart or somehow became separated from the 4 guys he was with, right? So what happened is
well, it was because he was attacked.
No, but what I'm talking about before he was attacked, he split. He got divided or separated from the group that he was with. I saw that. I'm not
talking about the shooting attack, though. He was attacked with a Molotov.
Yeah. Okay. We just lost Wiley again. Well, I'm talking about the moments that led up to the shooting. When Kyle Rittenhouse was with the 3 other guys or 4 other guys.
Yeah, that was way before the actual shooting.
Yeah, there's some reason, I don't know why. Kyle,
it's because they were attacked. That's what I'm saying.
No, but before they were attacked, Kyle got some reason. I'm going to go back and maybe you're right. I'll check it out. But at some point, Kyle got separated from the group he was with, and then those other guys started coming up and they started circling him. And then they chased him, and then the one guy raised a skateboard like he was going to strike him in the head, and that's when he shot him at point-blank range. I don't know why why Kyle got separated from the other men.
He was by himself way before that, dude.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Why does
when
anyone?
the
I mean, why do you?
Molotov was thrown at him and he shot the first guy by
Okay.
the cars. He wasn't even on the street yet. You're talking
Right.
about
I'm just what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to piece together why did he get separated from the group he was with? You know, I don't really recollect why. And I'm not saying what he did was wrong, but or I mean, he was obviously defending himself. He thought he was going to get, you know, attacked, killed, which is probably what was going to happen. At least attacked and beat up. I know that much, but the thing about it is like I don't know what led up to him getting separated from the group he was with at one point, and then that all that went down. Do you?
It was because they were chasing him, man, and they were
they chasing the other guys too? I just don't know. It's been so long since I looked at it. I just honestly don't know. You know, I can't remember. I will check it out. You're probably right about that. I'm not like arguing or debating you on it. I'm just simply saying, man, I don't even remember.
You're saying you don't really know, so that's fine.
I don't.
You know,
I don't.
But
You were there.
that night. I was there. It was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were there. I wasn't. So you know,
the night before that happened.
Right.
So,
but I mean, could you tell
I watched the whole trial, and I watched all the witness, everything. I know what happened there. I've seen all the videos. I have, like you said, Unicorn Riot, and I believe they used his video in the trial. If not, it was, you know, the one dude had a gun on him. The dude that got shot in the arm.
Yes, he did. He did.
These dudes were hating on him and coming at him just because he was out there openly carrying, basically.
Right. But you know, the funny thing was
standing up for property, like don't fuck with me, and they didn't like that stance. You know,
yeah,
like
right.
I mean, it's so fucked up because people are losing their fucking livelihoods, their businesses, and here's a young man that's gonna stand out in front of the business with an AR, you know, doesn't know nothing in life but to do good. He's in the police academy, he's all that, you know. And I totally think he was in the right all day.
Right. The only thing I say to that is, I mean, look, if I had a kid and he was living at home with me and he wanted to go up there, I would have said, no, you're not going up there. That's just me.
Absolutely.
Because I knew that it would be putting him in grave danger. I mean, I'm not going to put my kid out there in grave danger or let him do it. That's just me. I mean, they could still go out and do it anyway.
We're talking about a city-wide lockdown type protest. Oh hell no, you don't want your kids.
No, that's not happening in my book. But that's just me. And now that's not to say
that shouldn't be just you. That's parenting 101, brother.
It's not to say he wouldn't have just done it anyway, right? But I'm just simply saying that to me, no, that wouldn't happen. But you know, he was not he was very, I could tell, like when you're okay, so like what he was when he was with that group of guys that he was with that he hooked up with up there. Law enforcement training tells you do when you're in the middle of a riot like that, you do not separate from the group in any way, shape, or form. And not just him, the other members. You don't break apart and go your own separate ways. You just don't do that.
Yeah, I'm right with you with that. You know, I'm going to stand my ground and say he was in the right, but I don't remember that point.
I'm just simply saying that he didn't have law enforcement and training enough. Kyle didn't at that time to know that. I don't, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And then again,
I don't believe that at all. No, hell no.
It wasn't just
We're talking about a young man. I mean, this dude. I mean, and he plays video games. Obviously, he knows how to you know, infiltrate or be infiltrated.
So the police
definitely he went out there. He's not stupid. There was a reason, and I forget. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little upset because
No, you're cool.
neither one
You're
of us
cool.
knows what we're talking about. Basically.
No, we're both. You were there on the scene. I wasn't. You
But I'm
probably.
on Kyle's side. I wasn't there.
I know, but
there
still,
the
you were there. You were there, and I'm sure you probably did. You feel in your gut instinct that things were starting to turn sour at some point when you were there? Things were getting bad, going bad to worse?
Yeah, because of the military police.
Yeah, when you see military show up,
with the protesters, and like I told you, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
but
when the military's there.
It was nothing like I didn't see people see it got. See, that's where it got fucked up. And you said earlier, they were late with the military presence.
They underrated what was going to happen and what happened.
Yeah,
I believe exactly. That. I totally do.
And they should have known they lit a whole fucking car dealership on fire.
I saw that live. I saw them doing that live. They should have known
by that right there that they're dealing with some fucking like some LA riot type shit. Like
it was, and it turned into that. Law enforcement should learn from Ferguson, Missouri, like 8 or 9 years ago, when they let that whole downtown burn up and stuff like that. They called the National Guard in after everything was already destroyed. It was too late. So they should have known that. They should have learned that. And that was just not. It's a smaller community like Ferguson was, and they underrated what was going to happen. When you always get these out-of-towners, they come in like groups. They might be part of an organization, they might not be, and they might just be looters, gang bangers, whatever it is, that come infiltrate that city. And what happened there was they infiltrated that city before the police even started blocking off the highway access routes, and they were already in there. So, and then they waited too long. Now, the police that were there seemed like they were not getting proper command, in my opinion, on what to do. They did stay in their group, and they did block off intersections, and they held their own there. But what happens when you're a police officer, then you're in a group, even the military, National Guard, and you're working a riot like that, a protest that goes sour, turns into a full-fledged riot. If you don't have enough people enough boots on the ground, then what happens is you end up positioning your people around certain areas, and then the rioters avoid those areas, and then they go start burning, and like you said, car dealerships, and start trashing and wreaking havoc in other areas. Well, then the police start to move from that position, and they start going into the areas that are getting hit really hard. What do the protesters, what do the rioters do then? Then they move to the place you were at before, and they start trashing that area and destroying it, right? Looting it and all that. So that's what happened.
This was different. They actually, you're right about it, okay? In that, they did one thing, and then the cops did one thing, except for they drew the cops to the dealership. And then they went and fucking started the fucking courthouse on fire. There was nobody. Yeah, it was fucked up. The night before I came there is when they fucking broke in the window and they lit the courthouse on fire, and that was all during the time. They were lighting these fucking cars on fire.
Yeah, I know. It was bad. I mean, I'm going to go back and watch the video coverage on that because you talked about it. Yeah, I just
put another link in the chat, and that's the whole video, the long one in the private chat here of me in Kenosha, and that's the one that's muted the first 50 minutes. But I'll tell you what, man, it's worth the watch, man. I'm talking about they're playing NWA, fuck the police, and it gets dark, and motherfuckers start throwing shit at the police.
Yeah, I'll check it all out. And if you want, if you could, email me sometime, and I'll talk to you some more about this. I'm interested to learn more about it. The thing about it is, the last thing I want to say about it, I know Di probably wants to get going here in a minute with her stream, but it was really nice to really cool to meet you, talk to you, get an insider's viewpoint. But I do want to say that there was just a lot of there was a lot of disorganization. The police were just not. It was either a mixture or one or the other. They weren't prepared to deal for it.
Oh,
they weren't expecting it.
No, they
and-
messed up.
Yeah,
They-
when it
whoever the
when it
chief
finally
or the-
happened, they didn't have enough men
Yeah.
and women to deal
Oh
with it.
yeah,
That's what-
when it comes to the Kenosha incident, yep, they fucked up.
yeah, when
Yeah.
stuff started going
They
from
really
bad to
did.
worse, they didn't have enough people to deal with it. So, it's terrible. But I'll check it out. And riots are something that's kind of a newer thing now. I mean, since like the Rodney King riots in '92, I think it was. We hadn't had anything like that
Hey,
until
those
Ferguson.
were the most destructive riots, I
Like
think. Or no, wait, no, it was before that. The LA riots. I think it was before. Who the hell was it? Maybe it was Rodney.
Yeah, probably Rodney
Maybe
King.
there
That was
was somebody in the 70s though.
okay. Yeah, you might be right about that. I remember. Well, there was after Dr. King was assassinated in was it 1968 or something. LA was prepared for major riots, and they just didn't have them. Other cities did, but they didn't.
No, that's because they always preach nonviolence, man.
Correct.
Nonviolence, nonviolence, and guess what? They killed that motherfucker, man.
Well, he was assassinated.
With
Yeah,
violence.
it was
But
a
I'm
horrific.
saying,
It was a horrific event in our history, and at least his message after that happened to him, it did resonate in a lot of areas. And unfortunately, a lot of us, in my opinion, and all over the country and the world, kind of lost the meaning of that of what he
I'll
was
tell
all
you
about.
what, I'm Native American and German
Cool.
and Polish.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
Half. I'm like an eighth, straight up an eighth Cherokee Indian, and the rest is German and Polish, probably.
All right.
Um,
Very good. Very good.
and you know what? I'm proud to be Indian.
Well, you should be proud.
I'm proud to be German or Nazi, or I said Nazi. Proud to be
Right.
German or Poland, but I'll tell you what, I know about all my heritage.
No, and
About
you should. That's great.
all that shit. Each one.
And with that pride that you carry, which you rightfully should have and do, I would encourage you to avoid the channel called the Salty Rant, because if you know who he is and what he's about.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? I know Tammy Lindland.
Yes, News Now, Tammy Lila. Yes,
And I know, oh yeah, how the world turned.
isn't it something?
It's so funny how the webs we weave out here on YouTube.
Yes,
we really are intertwined. I might come from a cop watch and just a funny guy. I'm out here. I'm goofy, but I'm an asshole, and I think kick ass.
I think you're pretty cool, dude. And
then you got like the first time I ever seen Tammy Lindland. He was on the Capitol during a protest.
That
and
was
he got
him.
arrested. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I subscribed to him and everything. It's suggested. And then after about a year of fucking with the dude, I realized that Tammy Lindland was not a friend of mine because he was talking shit about me.
That's what he does.
I'm a real dude. You know what I mean?
Well, if you want to learn Lady Di, I know she wants
I have my teeth, and I haven't been to Afghanistan.
Oh, really? Are you a vet?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I would never sign up to kill another man for another man's contract.
Yeah, no, I got you, dude. I got you. You're talking about when Tammy Lila said he went to Iraq and came back and ate lobster. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. That was after him and I. Yeah.
Well, hey,
and then he was, I don't know, a border patrol. I don't know what the fuck he is.
That was Lou when he got tackled in 2018 down at the border by border agents.
This shit cracks me up that him, dude. Hold on, my cheeks are hurting. Dude. I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got
But
little Damien Windland over here.
he doesn't
Wait,
get on. He doesn't get
oh.
on this channel. No, he doesn't get on this channel. But
No, I think how I know about this is because of this channel, Wile E. Coyote, and he
yeah, that's the
knows
guy
me.
that was just on here. He was on the chat when you first came on. He dropped out a little while ago.
Yeah, but he wasn't up on here talking with us.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was him. That was the other guy. Yeah, that was Wile E. Serious, dude. That was him.
The other, I don't remember another guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he kind of ducked out of there shortly. He was after you got on. He talked to you for just a little bit, and then he
Oh yeah,
dropped.
he knows who I am. But
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
I forget what I was gonna say, but it's just funny out here that you guys, Spittin' Cobra's sister, what's her name?
Betsy Peeler.
Yeah, are you cool with her?
I have reservations with her. There's a long story to that. I'll tell you off the air, but
okay.
she
Well, I'm
basically
just a sweetheart with the ladies and Spittin'
Yeah.
Cobras in the cop watch community. You know
yeah.
what
The
I'm
only
saying?
issue I got with her is she like came after Lady Di because Lady Di used to be on the hazmat team in Illinois, and then she's like
Okay,
Lady.
so what's wrong with being on a hazmat team?
Well, I don't know what I don't Lady Di. You could get into it. I know you probably want to get going here soon, but I mean, Di basically was on this I was on the same team too. It's called CERT, SERT, and then I'll let her explain it to you more. But basically, Betsy Peeler came out and calls her badges that she has fake because she can order them online, but you can't really do that unless you got credentials to prove it. And it's
Oh,
yeah.
I
And
kind of follow. I'm following you.
yeah, Lady Di has the real actual credentials to get the badges that she's
Right,
got,
right.
and then Peeler's
Well,
like,
see,
"Oh, no, you don't." But
what
she
you're
really
telling me
does.
is neither here nor. It's almost like all I know, dude. I've known them for years. Like I said, because of Spittin' Cobra is a fellow cop watch
Right,
community
yeah.
activism person that I know. And there's Peanut. Oh my God. Oh no, it says Peanut is
That's Peanut Foreman's trash. That's a different person than the original Peanut.
Oh my God.
We haven't seen this guy around in a while. Di, do you want to
what's
explain?
up, Patriot Defense? I know Patriot.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of cool people hang out here, dude. And check out my channel, Honest Abe, because I go live every weekend at like.
I know Patriot Defense, man. He hangs out with PDF and NC Tire Hunter.
Yeah. Hey, Di, I want to. Do you want to?
He's a big peanut. Hell no.
Yeah, that's not the female Peanut original. This is a different channel.
Yeah, I know the female peanut. She isn't out on here on anymore, and she
Right.
is in the God now, and good for her.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Lady
know,
Di, do you
whatever you want to do? You know what I'm saying, and be honest about it.
Right, cool.
Am I right about that? We're talking about the same person, right?
Peanut Foreman's trash, you mean?
No,
that's a different
the original Peanut.
Yeah, that channel. She's still out there somewhere, I think.
Yeah,
but
she was a good person, man.
Yeah, Di knows. I don't really know much about her. I never was around when she was, but Di does. I want to let Di explain her hazmat badge thing if you want to. That's up to you.
Yeah. Here, let me mute it, and I'm
you're cool. You're cool. Go ahead, Lady Di, if you want. It's up to you if you want to talk about it or not.
Yeah, well, it's all over YouTube. Of course, I'm a big fat liar, which is not a lie. I am still certified hazmat. I'm also an LEO, retired LEO. I'm also a trained firefighter. I can't do that stuff anymore because I'm in a wheelchair. I can't do the firefighting. But I'm still trained and I have my certificates to prove it. And the hazmat, the certification, I have that too. I have ongoing certified. I can be hazmat and still be in a wheelchair. I can, I've had the training to do IC command if no one else is there, and there's specific rules you have to go by.
Right. That's a first responder is what that is.
Yeah.
So basically, go ahead.
If I come up on a scene and there is a hazmat scene, if there's no other hazmat personnel there, I take the scene over until I want to relinquish that scene. Even the fire department, which anymore fire department runs hazmat.
They do.
But
Yeah.
mine goes back so many
Based
years.
on your on-scene diagnosis of what you see, or
Well, if there is no one on anymore, the fire department has their own hazmat. My training goes back to where if I'm on a scene, this is the way I was trained. If I come up on a hazmat scene, like the thing out, I'm in Tucson, Arizona. Like the train wreck in Oregon, I'm not going to do a damn thing because I'm not there. Okay.
right?
Well, I had one idiot in here a while ago, some sock account making stupid remarks like that,
Yeah. But let's
Yeah,
just
why-
stay on track here. Tell me about it.
Well, he said that why didn't I do something about the Ohio train wreck if I'm hazmat?
Well, of course, we already established that you weren't anywhere near there, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. What the hell am I going to do with a hazmat scene in Ohio? I mean, the guy's
Yeah.
a moroff. You've heard of the word moron. The guy is a moroff. He's more off than a moron. A moron's a moron than he is. But anyway, I take the scene over. And anymore, hazmat is run through fire departments. They have their own personnel. But I still have the certified credentials. I can still do it. If I come up on a scene, fire department is not there, I can take the scene over. I now become incident commander. And I turn it over when I want to turn it over. Because they show up on scene doesn't mean they just automatically take over. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that?
What kind of, if they show up on the scene and they want to take it over, what kind of, what do you say to them?
What I want to do is I want to brief them with everything I know first. I want to tell them where the hot zones are. I want to tell them my knowledge about that scene.
Right. But don't they want to take over even more then if you tell them everything?
Well, sure, of course. Why the hell would I want to keep it? Why would I want to keep it? But why should they come into the scene knowing zip?
Right.
Knowing
So
nothing?
when you come up to a hazmat scene, you have to assess it. You have to figure out what's going on. You got to identify what kind of hazardous material substance you're dealing with. You want to establish initial isolation distances and move people away from the scene. You want to know the wind speed, direction, because the cloud, the plume, if there is one there, what direction the vapors, the toxic gases are moving. There's a lot you want to do. If there's people outside that are injured, you want to move them to a temporary triage area. You obviously want to call 911, get the fire and emergency responders moving. That is what an initial first responder hazmat is going to do.
That's right.
There's an orange book called the Emergency Responders Guidebook. Every CDL truck driver's got one. They're all over the place. The books you can download the app. I would encourage it. It's the North American ERG warrant response. And it's a book that tells you how to deal with stuff, what it is, if you identify what it is. If you don't know what it is, there's initial protocols to follow. But you basically, if you got an overturned tanker, if it's a derailed tanker rail car, there are certain things you look for, the type of a tanker it is, what it is you might be dealing with. If you can't see like a placard, it's called a UN placard with 4-digit numbers. And is it something that's explosive when it's wet, so you don't want to spray water on it? If you notice a blue placard, that's what that means. And you're going to tell the fire responders, this is an explosive substance. Do not spray it with water. You need to bring foamers out here. There's a lot involved that I could just talk about all night, but basically that's the gist of what an initial emergency response phase is in a hazardous material response. Now,
Yeah,
you might activate something called a MABUS, mutual alarm aid alarm box activation, and that's up to fire department, not you, to do that. I mean, they'll activate the if you're an issue like her or me, who was because I'm one too, and you come across the scene, you're going to report to the 911. This is a major scene. We have an overturned tanker. It's leaking, an orange or red, green, where is gas. I haven't identified what it is yet, or maybe I have. And you better send everything you got in the area right now. If you tell them that, they're going to immediately activate. They're going to upgrade to a MABUS system, and they're going to start bringing in mutual aid, fire, rescue, hazmat, all that from all around the area, and they're going to continue doing that until they can get a control on that scene. But that is the first phase of an initial hazmat response. If someone is trained to deal with hazmat materials, like Lady Di and I are, that is what we do. When you come across the scene and there's no one there yet, and you just identified it and you can see it, then you have to stop and you have to start. You make notifications, and everything I just described is kind of how it begins to build. So when the emergency responders show up and they come up to you, they're going to go, what they're going to say, okay, what do you know? What's going on? What do you know? What have you done? And then if whatever information you give them will help keep their people safe, because now you're dealing with something that's major. It's called a major incident response. It depends if it's a contained hazmat or if it's major. Like the train thing in Ohio is major. Someone made a stupid comment about Lady Di and why is she not going to Ohio to help up with that hazmat scene. Is this asinine comment. They're just doing it to troll her. But just to kind of give you a rundown of what hazmat emergency responders do, like when you first show up to a scene, that's pretty much it. I carry a go kit. I think Di's got one. I got binoculars, a
Yep.
lime reflective vest. I got the book. I got my hazmat credentials in there. I have, like a pocket knife in case I have to cut anything. I've got a first aid kit there. There's a lot you got to do. You do what you can do if you come across a scene like that on the highway or a railroad track derailment accident like Ohio. But you are basically someone who is an emergency responder. You have to stop if you can do so safely at a distance, and you have to assess it, and then you got to call it in, and you got to help try to protect people and property and life. But really, it's life at first. Then the environment comes later. But if you come across, that's how it works. And
there are times when you're better off to let somebody lay there and die versus
you have to if they're contaminated and they're deep in the sea.
You've got to be able to assess the stuff. You've got to be able to set up detox and water pools and stuff for detox. You got to know all this stuff. This is not something you can just pick up a damn book or pick up the application and run out and do it. I cannot legally, if I'm driving down Highway 10 and there's a hazmat scene, I can't legally keep going. Why? Because I'm a trained hazmat. I have to stop and I have to take control. And if the police are there, I take control of the police. They have to do what I tell them. There are different levels of hazmat. There's awareness, which means that's what police are trained. Awareness level is, I've heard of hazmat. That's awareness. There's different levels of it. I'm a tech 3+.
Right. There's an awareness level that is someone who can recognize and identify there's a scene, and they can get involved in doing some of the initial phases of sealing off an area and stuff like that too. If they can do so safely. The operators, the hazmat operators, they'll go in there and they'll assist the technicians, the hazmat techs. And they might suit up in a level 3 suit and get in there and start, working the scene, try to plug the leak if they can plug it. And make, then you got a hazmat specialist, which is like what she's talking about. It's a 3+ or a level 4 is typically a hazmat commander, but or instant commander for a hazmat, typically a fire chief when they get that all established and going. But so basically, a hazmat specialist is someone who specializes in a particular area of hazmat. It's pretty confined, but the specialist is also trained to go in there and find and plug the leaks, and then start to deal with it. The technicians assist them. They go in there with them too. The specialist knows a lot of stuff about hazmat, and that's above and beyond what a technician would know about valves and basically how to go in there and figure out ways of sealing this, stopping the leak. They plug it, they repair it if they can, and they're the ones who will assess on how are we going to manage this scene, and they work with the incident commander to do that.
Hey, give them put the address in the URL for some of the online training you can just go and watch. And then
you can FEMA. I think it's FEMA's independent study has. You can Google it. It's hazmat awareness, and you can become awareness certified for free. And then, if you want to go up beyond that, you got to pay for the training. There's different college schools that offer it. If you want to get I also encourage people. I'll put that in the link. I'll find it. It's like severe weather season. If you want to become a National Weather Service weather spotter, you can do that for free. And there's a lot of ways to do that. We just lost.
We
just lost him there. But hey, if you're gone, it's good to talk to you. It was great. If you guys go to my page in my community tab, I'll put info in there tonight about becoming a weather spotter, a trained weather spotter. I actually took some meteorology classes in college. I didn't become a meteorologist though, but I took enough classes. I know a lot more than the average bear about it. But Ms. Joe is a retired paramedic. So she knows a lot about this stuff too. But hey, email me if you can. It was good talking to you up there in Wisconsin out there. And I would love to hear more of your story about Kenosha and stuff like that. And I can give you some links. I did put my thing on Wiley's. I'm not a mod over there, but I did put my link in there that people can copy. And I just said, Google me. There's your channel. I think Wiley, he put your channel out there. So that's cool. Hey, this has been kind of fun, multi-streaming. And if you guys want to do it on my platform sometime, we could do like a 3-way. We could do a 3-way live, that'd be fun. But just know that my, it's only going to be on my channel side, I think, is the Nightbot, because I just got that going. But yeah, the training for hazmat is a big deal. It's very serious business, and you're dealing with something that can kill people. You could die from it too if you don't know what you're doing.
That's right.
When there's a spill like that, unfortunately, most people out there don't know how to recognize the signs of it, and looking for symptoms in people from acute and chronic exposure to hazardous substances. But I could go all night long, and you could too. But I mean, we covered the highlights, I think, about it. And
there's one more thing these people need to know right up front.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows what a yellow police line do not cross tape looks like. Everybody's seen one. I don't care. You've seen it. A hazmat do not cross, because if you do, you're going to go in the hot zone. You are now going to die. You could. Yeah, you could. Red.
There's a cold, warm, and a hot zone. And the cold zone is typically yellow. The warm zone could either be red or orange. If there's no orange tape available, then the hot zone is red. But then you come up across a guy like me, even though I'm smart enough to recognize it, there should be verbiage. It should say right on there what it says, not just color tape. But if it's just color tape, it doesn't matter. I know, like, the red and the orange are the warm in the hot zones. You just don't walk in there. But there's people like me. I'm partially color deficient, my vision. So it's hard for me to tell the red and the orange apart, but it doesn't matter because I can tell that those are areas you just don't, they're controlled areas. They're sealed off for a good reason. And you don't go in there without the proper PPE, the personal protective equipment, to do so, and the proper training. I'm not on a hazmat team anymore, and you're not either, but we both maintain our certification in it. It's an annual thing, and we got to pay for it out of pocket. It costs money. But the weather spotter thing is free, and anybody can do that and get that. I encourage it. Whether even if you're my arch enemy, go get weather spotter trained. I'll put the link out there. And then everyone on Lady Di's stream here. And then I want to encourage that. I'll put it in my my page because honestly, it's free, and most people don't know anything about it, and they're losing out. They should get it. That's what I think they should do. That doesn't mean that's what they're gonna do, but it doesn't cost anything for the weather spotter thing, and it's something I encourage it. I really do. And if someone can share it as a mod on the YLE side, then please do. It's called Met Ed, and it's called it's the Skywarn Weather Spotter Trainer, and I've had it for a long, long time. I did it in like 1998 at the airport. That's where I met you.
Yep.
So it's free. Why not? So go do it. Go do it. I'll actually put that in there, and it's on your side. There it is. Let me try to post that now. There, I just shared the link on your side. And then there it is. If you want to highlight it, you can. That'd be cool. And then they can see it on both sides. And they could just Google it too. My last comment, that should be coming up here. I put it on the YouTube side. There it is. Thank you very much. That's how you can become weather spotter trained by the National Weather Service for free. There's a little couple tests on the end of it. It takes a couple hours to get through it. I think about it. I got through it in like an hour and a half, plowing away at it. And everyone should just go do it. Whether you live in Texas, California, Maine, Wisconsin, it does, out in Colorado or North Dakota, Montana. It doesn't matter because there's wildfires, there's hurricanes, like in Florida, especially. You got blizzards, severe winter weather. It's a year-round thing. It's not just like tornadoes and stuff. People mix that up all the time. So thanks for sharing that. I don't know if you probably want to get going with the stream, but anyway, it's been cool talking to everyone again. I go live every weekend on Saturday, Sunday at 3:30 Central, 2:30 Mountain, and 4:30 Eastern time zone on my channel, which is Honest Abe. And it's an open panel, so anybody can get on there and talk if they want to, just like here. So, go for it. Go for it. And I want to say something before I do go here is that, when you do a live, I know people do privatize them, but, leave them up for a couple days at least, or a week, so people can go and watch them. And there was a live stream on earlier on a different channel, and they privatized it, so no one can go watch it. So that really actually hurts your logarithm when you do that. It hurts the watches on your channel and stuff like that because you're losing video coverage. Minutes count if you're trying to grow your channel. So, oh well, that's what they did, and that's their prerogative. It's their right. Let them do it. Anyway, thanks for letting me up, Di. I think I'm going to drop out of here because you probably want to shut her down soon.
Yep.
Peace out, everybody, on Wiley Coyote's channel and Lady Di 49, Diana 1.0. Everybody rock the house. Honest Abe is out. Be good. Be good. Peace.
Yeah, but I want to emphasize here one more time. If you're ever on a scene and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you need to stay the hell back away from an orange or red tape. I've never ever in my life ever seen a hazmat tape up that is either orange or red that has markings on it. I've only seen just the colored tape. It's like the regular police line do not cross tape. Only these don't say anything. They're just a colored plastic tape. Don't cross it. Don't cross it. That's all I can say. You can go online into your app store. You can download that. You can download the version for your phone. You can take a look at it, read it, get familiar with it. Daytime restrictions on and nighttime restrictions on clearing an area are completely different. I mean, there is so much to learn about this. And as far as being a firefighter goes, anybody that's physically able, male or female, and you have the time, you can become a volunteer firefighter. And that's what you can do for your community. And I encourage everybody to look into that. Everybody. So, I'm going to put this in the chat. And yes, I see you beat me again, Miss Joe. You just had to do that. You had to jump in there, didn't you? And I'm going to play my what's this? Whatever you want to outro, whatever you want to call it. I call it an outro. And then I'm going to just close. So everyone have a great evening. And be safe.
All right, let's see. Test, 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 test.
There you go. There's my outro. Everyone have a good evening. 73 all.